Yo, welcome to the first episode of the Sold Out Podcast. We're here at Sold Out Studios. I'm the owner of Sold Out Studios. You already know who I am. It's Big Dub. For the first episode, as you all know, I just dropped the album yesterday. Thank y'all, everybody, for all the support. Thank all of y'all for, sticking through me for this journey. It's been 12 long years since I started music. Since I bought my first little hack program, FL Studio. I don't even remember what number it was, but we done been through so much together. All of y'all that done clicked on my music, everybody that supported. It's really been a crazy journey looking back on it. I just really can't thank y'all enough. So this first episode today, I'm not really going to touch on too many hot topics. I ain't going to touch on nothing that's going on in the current events. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I'm more worried about me right now. I'm more worried about the album I just dropped, the album that y'all are supporting, I've got great reviews on. I'm really, really enjoying it. But let's start off with this. A few days ago, I posted a questions tab on my story. Any questions about the album before it drops, let me know. And I didn't respond to none of them because a lot of y'all niggas just be asking the most basic shit. And it don't appease me to want to answer. Like, I don't like answering dumb questions, to be honest with you. But with that being said, my homie Drew, I know from high school, asked me, where did the name Big Homie come from? Because as you know, we're on Big Homie 3. He said, and how did you get all the way to Big Homie 3? What made you decide to keep this title going? And for the long story short is, I feel like since that first Big Homie, I feel like I've really become the head of my entire family. I don't want to come off like cocky or arrogant, but I really do feel like I'm the ticket in a lot of ways. And yes, there's been some growing pains with that and this, that, and the other. And, we navigate through that. But I have a very, very small circle, very small collection of loved ones that I care about and that can get anything from me at a moment's notice, and they know who they are. Around that time when the first Big Homie dropped, it's the start of the pandemic. My mother had just went through a nervous breakdown. We was going through a lot. I had just got out of college. Nobody knew what was going on in the world. None of that. And I also, at that time, stopped talking to my biological father. About 8 months before that, we've been going through things since before I've been alive, me and him. And it's never been a great relationship. I could dive into that in more detail, but I sent him a picture of my bachelor's degree. I was sitting at Sunoco, ready to fill up on gas to go to the gym, and I sent him a picture of my bachelor's degree, and he was like, oh, at least somebody doing good, and basically asked me for money. And from that day on, I blocked him on everything, and I haven't spoke to him in now over 5 years. So with that being said, around that time, there was a lot of turmoil going on in my life, along with the entire world. We talking George Floyd, we talking pandemic, all types of shit. And, from that moment and then really becoming a lot closer with my mother on an adult level, we always been close. We're only 16 years apart, so we always done been real close, been like this. But getting close to her on an adult level and understanding her as an adult has put it to a point to where we here now, and it's wonderful. But I felt like since the moment the early pandemic, I've assumed a role in the life of my family, meaning my mother, my brother, my girlfriend, and the specific people I really care about. I've been, the driving force for a lot of that. So that's where the name Big Homie came from. Is A lot of niggas like to say they got big homies, this, that, and the other, and they talking all that street shit, blase, blase, whatever, whatever. But what the fuck you doing for your family? And I've always led by example. I've always wanted to be something because of how much I've seen my family struggle through. So, and also for the fact that I've never seen a man from my family or any family around until I met my girlfriend's father, that really handles and stand on business when it comes to his family. So with that being said, like, as I became an adult, it's like I want to be the opposite of that. I want to show my mother what it's like to not be disappointed by a man. I wanted to show my little brother what a man looked like. Neither one of us really got the best of father figures, if we're being honest. And I really just wanted to embody that. I wanted to stand on business as much as I could. And at the time, like, I had just started working with Jumbo. I had just, you know what I mean? I got a little motion, but I ain't popping. Like, it's not like I could just throw money at every issue. But if I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be somewhere. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. You know, that phone, if you call, I'm picking it up. If I don't pick it up right then and there, I'm going to pick it up as soon as I can. You know, like, just being reliable, being dependable. I really pride myself on a lot of these things. So that's really where the big homie shit kind of came from, is like, it's my turn now. Like, especially when it comes to me and my moms, I really feel like it's my turn now to make sure she good. Even though, you know what I mean, I'm out of the house now. I done bought my own house. I done bought my own studio. I'm doing all right. But now it's time for the roles to kind of flip a little bit. I can be there for her mentally or however she need me to be, you know. Because we being honest, like, I was born in 97, but I've been fucking set back since the motherfucking Reagan era. If we being completely honest, she had a fucked up childhood that led into her making decisions based on what she had to do, that led to having me young, and we just been fucked up for so long. And you know what I mean? By the time she was able to hustle and break her fucking back to get shit right, you know, then she got to restart with my little brother. So she's never had a moment to breathe. But, you know, thankfully I turned out to be decent. And I turned out to be all right because she's a fucking great mother. She's doing the same thing with my little brother. It's fucking carbon copy of just the amount of effort she put in. But nobody's ever put the effort into her. So now it's my job to go out there and put that effort into her to show her that it is possible. So that's really where the big homie shit comes from. If you notice, I'm always using baby pictures on the covers, always using pictures of her, because that's where it really started. Anything you see with me, it started with her. You know, I really feel like our family starts. She's the first person of our family line. Anything before her is really irrelevant. I don't got no emotional attachment to her. I don't got no lineage or tradition or culture with. You know, everything was so fucked up and everything was, you know, so tumultuous. We really started just me and her in a shelter in West Philly. This is where all of that shit really started. Feel me? So like, I call myself the big homie on these 3 albums, and you know, a lot of the music and the content is surrounded by, you know, this family content, and that's really where that came from. And that's where the title really came from, is because I want people to see what a motherfucking man really looks like. Somebody that take care of his fucking people, no matter how he do it. No, I didn't take the conventional route. Yeah, I got a bachelor's degree in some shit that I can't go and get a job in, but I made a job, nigga. I'm an entrepreneur. Fuck all of that other shit. I did this shit my way, and I'm taking care of my family the best way I can. So that's where the big homie shit really does come from. As you know, the track number 1 is called Felicia's Intro. That's my mother's best friend. I call her my aunt. I've known her my entire life. And like I said, I don't have the longest and extensive most family background that some of y'all might have. So when somebody does show genuine appreciation for being around you, and that they become family. When somebody's real with you from the start, that's not your family. You know, I don't give a fuck what blood or what DNA test you could take. People like that really do become your family. So that is what I consider my blood aunt, because she can get whatever she needs from me at a moment's notice. she went live yesterday when she first heard the album, and you know, she crying and all of that shit when she heard her voice on the album, and you know, she just was saying thank you for putting me on the album, and she's like, I'm nobody, and I disagree with that. Anybody in my life, because it's not that many people. I don't ever want to hear y'all say y'all nobody, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for y'all, I don't get here. If it wasn't for the people that believed in me back when I'm fucking 4 or 5 years old watching wrestling and not knowing what the fuck's in store for me, not knowing how bad situations is, not knowing how bad motherfuckers are struggling to take care of me, and all of y'all have been looking at me like the ticket from fucking before I started preschool. And it just so happened to work out. Y'all believed in me before I even knew what believing in me was. So I disagree with that notion of I'm nobody. You somebody to me, and every time my heartbeat, or every time I put out one of these tracks, or every time I make a move, or I post whatever's going on in my life, because I am very fortunate to be in the position I am in, and it's all because of people like my Aunt Felicia. So I don't like hearing that I'm nobody. You know, I'm grateful for all of y'all that really stuck around and never changed colors, because it's not that many people. And people like y'all deserve to have y'all voice on my albums and deserve to have y'all stories told through me, because there is no me without y'all. Now, I know it might sound cliche, but I really feel that way. So, with that said, I don't want to take up too much time. First episode, I don't know what's in store with this. I do plan on being consistent. I do plan on really pushing content. The reviews on the album over the first 24 hours have been amazing. Thank y'all again. I can't thank y'all enough. I do not know when the next time I'm putting the album out is going to be. I do not know how long it's going to take me to get back in that mode. I know y'all read my caption where I said this might be my last album for a long time. That does not mean I'm retiring. That does not mean I'm done with making my own personal music. I think I want to change business models, and I think that I want to start pushing singles and doing things of that nature. And I think I want to, you know, lend my voice to other people's projects a little more. I have a collab album with my artist Trippy, who's on the track It's Complicated on Big Homie 3 that just dropped. That's what I want to start doing. It takes me, you know, usually about 12 months to curate one of these albums, sometimes longer, and put them together. And, you know, it's a lot. And, you know, I would like to optimize my voice. I would love for y'all to really hear me every time I drop. I don't want anything to slip through the cracks. So I'm definitely thinking about scaling down on the volume and really pushing whatever it is I'm doing at the time. So no, I'm not retiring, but we are definitely going to be making a small pivot. So please stay tuned. Subscribe to me. Like this video. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Dubb_music. We will definitely be moving forward in a direction towards more content. Y'all going to be seeing my face and hearing my voice a little more, getting some more behind the scenes. And thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all. We out.